Let me ask you another question, Beth, while we're talking here. You know, you're targeting all these young people, but you was telling me that you also have a class for the teenagers too.
Yes, one other thing that I do each week is to go to the high school, and there's a group of young girls that I have a Bible study with them.
Wonderful.
My goal is to teach them to study the Bible independently.
Oh, good.
And they're very faithful, but it's been a great blessing to me.
People don't realize the issues that these teenagers or young kids from the age of 7 to 15 or whatever, they don't realize the issues that they face today. There's peer pressure from other kids to get on drugs. There's mischief they can get into, go out and vandalize something. But you all are taking the time out of your life to change somebody else's life through and by Him. Amen. Through and by Jesus.
And I would just like to encourage people to come and visit us.
Right.
And to see if you'd like to be a part of that. We have some very, very faithful volunteers that come week after week.
Right.
We have 2 ladies, Margaret Bowen and Lori Wells, that come every time that I'm on the bus there.
Oh.
They come and give up their time. They drive there with their gas money. But some people, like there's Mr. Gross, a retired school teacher, he comes once a week.
Right.
You know, there's one man, Larry Jones, that has some back problems, can't get on the bus, but he comes, walks in the school with us, brings the children to the bus, and then leaves. There's so many ways that you can volunteer.
Wonderful.
And that's the way we can grow and really reach more children, with more volunteers.
How can the community or the people watching and listening, John, how can they get involved with this service? How can they help?
Well, you know, what I have... when we first started looking for volunteers, we had to come up with a board of directors. And,
right.
and I will just tell you, we've got the greatest bunch of people. Of course, Beth is on the board, and I'm on the board. Also, Johnny and Maxine Bunch,
right.
Brent and Jenny Lou Jackson, James and Virginia McDonald, and my wife Julie. We're the board, but everybody there, when I went and talked to them, I explained the situation, how that this was perfectly legal as long as it was off-school property, as long as the parents were requesting it. By the way, we don't refer to it as permission slips. We refer to it as request slips because it is indeed grassroots driven. And our laws in our country basically say that Congress shall make no law regarding the establishment of religion, nor prohibiting the free exercise thereof. And this fits in that perfectly, in so much as it doesn't force this on anybody, but it keeps the door open for people to freely exercise if they want to. And so we've got this board of directors who are really special. I kind of went on a tangent there. What was the question that you asked me?
You know, the thought just come to my heart and mind. What a blessing it is seeing that you're touching these lives through and by what Jesus commissioned you to do. And you know, it's just such a phenomenal thing. And we as the public and the community need to get behind you and support you on this. Maybe give out some numbers, phone numbers, they can call you and contact you, talk to you.
Well, you know, we have various needs. We actually have financial needs. We don't really give that call out, but we do have serious financial needs. For example, we insure every child that we have. If there's an accident there, we have first dollar insurance, so it doesn't fall back onto the school.
Very good.
So we need funds to fund that, and that's just something that, you know, we're faith supported ourselves, and so we need even additional funds to provide for that. We have maintenance, gasoline for the truck, for the bus. I don't know, it's probably $34 a week just moving the bus around and keeping it warm and various things. So if somebody feels led, it would be wonderful to have support financially.
Right.
We certainly need prayer support because all of our work is not, unless the Lord builds the house, we labor in vain. And so we need people to seriously pray. I was going to say, in terms of the board of directors, to a person, every one of them has a testimony that they were called to this. We aren't really looking for people who can do something. And the cliche is, if you need something done, go to somebody who's busy, because there are people who do things. And we're not following that conventional wisdom. We believe that this is a work of God.
Exactly.
If it is a work of God, then God is calling people to this.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what we do. We want to tell people that this is perfectly legitimate.
Right.
This is a wonderful mission field in our backyard.
Oh, thank God.
And they need to ask themselves, maybe they are people that God is actually calling. This is serious business.
Right. Oh, yes.
That God is actually calling to work in this field. Jesus said, behold, look at the fields, they're white unto harvest.
Right.
White unto harvest. It's talking about a stage of development. I'm telling you, this is the time when people get saved.
Exactly.
Statistically, most people, when they come to the Lord, they come to the Lord between the ages of like 10 and 14. Okay, they come to this and to know the Lord in this time that we're reaching them. The field is white for harvest, and so if they want to, they need to be praying. Is God calling me to this? And if they are, God, He works in you to will and to do, and He will make the way. We're here to facilitate. We'll tell you everything we've gone through. We'll share with you. We'll accept you as a volunteer.
Right.